Hey guys, I want to make a really quick video on how to complete the equipping the kitchen worksheet because I feel like quite a few of you are struggling on how to do this. So here we go. So I'm going to open it up, and again, like anything else, you have to make sure that you complete your assignments in the module before it allows you to open the next module. Equipping the kitchen is the last thing that is in your module 2 for this week, and you will need to have it completed to move on to next week. So it says click here to open up your assignment, and it should force you to make a copy, which that'll be your copy that saves to your Google Drive. All right, so opening it up, you're going to read the directions. You need to find one recipe for cookies, muffins, or scones. It doesn't matter to me which one you choose. Any of the three will be fine. I make that suggestion because those are easy recipes to follow. You're going to scroll down, and then once you figure out what recipe you want, you're going to give me the title, the source. The source is the actual link of where you got the recipe. So for my example, I'm going to go with pumpkin chocolate chip muffins because it's October. I love chocolate chips and I love pumpkin. All right, so this was the recipe that I went with, okay? So here is my source. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it in here. So once I paste it, and then if I hit enter, it turns blue. That then makes it a hyperlink, which means I can click on it and check out your recipe. Cook and bake time, yield, serving size. You're going to look in the recipe, and you should be able to find it. Sometimes it's going to be in a little section up here. Sometimes you might have to read the recipe, and it'll be in your directions. Okay, so it says bake for 20 to 25 minutes. I know my bake time is 20 to 25 minutes. So then what you want to do is you're going to start giving me each ingredient, and I have examples here for you in green. You can delete them or work under it, whatever you want. So my first ingredient, looking at my recipe, is going to be 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to add that into my, oh sorry, I'm in the wrong one. I'm going to add that into my chart, okay? So 3/4 of white sugar. I need to think, is it a liquid or is it a dry ingredient? So I know it's a dry ingredient, so what tool am I going to use? I'm going to use my dry measuring cups, okay? You can just do dry measuring, you can do dry measuring cups, okay? You can do that. Looking at it though, here's what I really want you to know. So it's 3/4. Do you have a 3/4 dry measuring cup? Probably not. Some of you might, but for the most people will not, because your dry measuring cups sets, your typical set, will not come with one. So how could I get 3/4 of a cup of white sugar? I would need my 1/2 of a cup, and then I would need my 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so this would count if you put it in this way, or if I typed it out, 1/2 a cup dry measuring cup, and then, or if I did 1/4 cup dry measuring cup. Okay, either one of those, this is what I would accept. Okay, that's all you need. And then you're going to do that for each one, okay? My next ingredient is vegetable oil, okay? Is vegetable oil a wet or a dry ingredient? I know vegetable oil is a wet ingredient. It's a pourable ingredient, so I know that when I need to measure that out, I'm going to use my liquid measuring cup. So I'm going to type that out. And you're going to do that for each specific ingredient, whether it's teaspoons, tablespoons, no matter what it is, you are going to type it out for me. All right. Eggs, I would use my hands. I'm not using anything to measure out to measure out my eggs. I pick up my eggs with a hand, I crack it, there we go. Pumpkin, I know I need a dry measuring cup. I also need a can opener, so I would add that in there, okay? When you get to ones with teaspoons and tablespoons, all right, you're going to want to look at it. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it in. You're going to add them all in here. I'm just kind of going around here, bouncing around just for demonstration purposes. So I need measuring spoons. Specifically, which ones? I know I need my 1/2 of a teaspoon. So my abbreviation for teaspoon is TSP. And then I know I need 1/4 of a teaspoon, and that is 1/4 TSP. So this is what I want to say, and you're going to do that for each ingredient. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the directions, and you're going to give me those specifics, because again, recipes are written to where it's assumed you know what everything is and what the utensils are, things like that. All right, so looking at my recipe, I'm going to go down to the directions and step 1. Now, sometimes you might see it in steps, sometimes you might see it in paragraphs, whatever you have it in, all right? This is what you're going to copy and paste. So preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease and flour your muffin pan or use paper liners. Well, if I'm cooking at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, I know that I need an oven because I can't do it without my oven. This is not something I could do on the stove or in the microwave. I know it says I need to grease and flour my muffin pan or use paper liners. So what am I going to do? Most likely, I personally would choose the paper liners because it's easier for cleanup. So I'm going to type in paper liners. If you were doing grease, you would write nonstick spray or butter and flour. And then I know, what am I cooking it in? I'm going to cook it in a muffin pan, all right? And you're going to do that for every step, okay? Once you're done doing that, you're going to upload it. You'll choose submit assignment, go to Google Drive, click on right here. This is what it says in your Google Drive, copy of student, it might say copy of student copy. You can put your name here. You can take out the copy, you can, whatever you want, okay? So I would name mine, I would just do my last name. So it'll say Brown student copy of equipment, equipping the kitchen assignment. And when I open it on my end, this is what I should see. I should see the front page with the directions, and then I want to see all of your information. And Cadence did a great job here. So when I click on her recipe, it takes me right to the website that she used. So I can go through and I can verify everything that she put in her paper. All of her ingredients are listed with the measuring tools, okay? Same thing, instructions. You have to read your instructions and you have to give me what you need for each set of instructions. It's not going to always tell you. I know, for example, in the recipe that I was using, it says mix sugar, oil, eggs, add pumpkin and water. Now, it doesn't say to mix it in a mixing bowl, but I need to know that, okay? So, and then it says in a separate bowl. So now I know, oh, I need 2 bowls here, okay? But you want to read this, all right? You want to make sure you're reading each step and you're listing each step. If you have any questions or any comments, please let me know. Please email me or send me a Canvas message and I can get back to you. But I thought, since we're not having a Google Meet and I could not go over this with you, that this would be the best way to kind of show you exactly what I want. If you have submitted it and you did not receive a good grade, please go back and look at the comments because I wrote a comment on what you needed to change. If you did not do your paper this way, you might want to go back and resubmit. If you have any questions, just reach out. All right, thank you.